Hello YouTube. So, I'm just gonna give you guys a little bit of an update. So, we did in fact lost Ragnarok, the base I got with some of mates, the new guys that were like learning the game, and I was helping them with them. We did end up losing it. We managed to do the boss over there, so some of the people got the engrams from the boss over there. That's good. But we did lost it, so we are not gonna be playing over there anymore. We basically don't have anything left over there. And at the moment, we just chilling, and we are also finishing off breeding terrace. And the reason for that is cause we do still wanna do one more boss. We do wanna do the alpha central boss. And the reason for that is some of the guys are missing some of the tech engrams. So yeah, we do wanna do that before the Genesis release, so they're gonna have as much tech engrams as possible to start the game. Not sure how we're gonna go about it. Not sure how if we're gonna go full tribe, duo, trio, or am I gonna go alone on and do the solo on the start of Genesis. Not sure about that. We still have to talk about it with the tribe, what's left of us, and then we're gonna decide what to do. So yeah, this is our I would say breeding old central base that was smashed. You guys know the drill, you have seen the video, so you've seen what happened here. But we still got some turrets up, and mainly we just finishing off breeding here. We do not have any loot, we do not have any crafting basically any crafting station besides like a fabricator or a chem bench, a forge. That's it. No daddies, everything's basically empty. So just finishing off, preparing for the boss, maybe craft some ammo, maybe finishing off the terrace. I don't think we got any more good Terry saddles or Terry BP, so we may wanna work on that, or we just gonna YOLO it and see what happens. I do not know if I can be bothered to look for a Terry saddle or farm the Terry saddle or anything like that. But if we get that, that would be nice. If we don't get that, we don't really care. If we do the boss, it's nice. If we don't do the boss, I really don't care. To be fair, I think, I do believe, boom, bada bing, bada boom, tech engrams. I do believe I got everything. Yeah, I got everything unlocked. So, yeah, I don't really care about the engrams. It's just so the boys can have some and they can have a better start than without it. Okay, so Genesis. How are we gonna do it? If I'm gonna go solo, which is most likely the case, I am gonna be streaming it. I am gonna be hiding and building small at the beginning with the, of course, the plan in head to go big, to go maybe not alpha, probably not alpha, because it's gonna be a popular map, so I don't think I'm gonna be doing that. But I do wanna be one of the biggest guys over there. I do wanna have a nice spot. I do wanna have multiple spots. I already got in mind a couple of spots from the Ark ASA, but if that's gonna be the case, are they gonna be available? Are they gonna look similar? Are they gonna look totally different? Is there gonna be there are gonna be a different spot which I'm gonna look first, because I do wanna find a spot that is not on a YouTube, that is out of everyone's reach, and then build up from there. Then maybe take over one of the popular spot or one of the good spot, which everyone is gonna be like going after for sure. And there, I do believe there's gonna be a cheaters, so we need to be aware of that. Aimbotters, meshers, ESP guys. They're gonna be people rotating the freaking how we call them, the tribe numbers, and they're gonna be sharing accounts, and they're gonna be doing all sort of trickery just to go ahead on a new map, especially that the Genesis is so popular and it's good map. Let's say it like that, it's a good one. And what I am thinking also, I am gonna be going for as many missions as I would be able to. I won't be able to do probably all of them, I won't be able to do a lot of them, but I am always gonna keep in mind to do the missions. And that's because, as far as it was in a previous one, it was like if you were gathering the points, you could lose the base, you could lose everything. But with the points that you already farmed, they cannot take it from you. So you could just buy in a shop, in a Genesis on the Genesis map, in a shop, resources, loot crates and stuff, just to start backup. So, or if you imagine, if you are in a rat hole, you don't want to go out farming, or you are defending and you cannot go farming, having the points, it may be like your biggest advantage against your enemy. Cause you do not have to go out, you do not have to do nothing, you just buy from the shop, bim bada boom, and you got all of the materials, or even like loot crates that you can use without moving out, still with protecting the base, still refilling the turrets, basically for nothing, just for the points you have done previously. But for that, some of the missions I do remember, they were like racing, they were like death matches that you were just running, like Bog death match, I think it was called, and you were just running around picking up random tools and one shot everything. So if some of them are still gonna be like that, then yeah, then we should be able to. The issue is gonna be starting when you're gonna need to have a proper team, proper strong team to do the missions, cause we are not gonna be able to take our teams with us. As you know, if there's a new map release, you cannot take anything but your naked bad character on that map. That's about it. Everyone is starting fresh, unless they cheating, of course, and they do some naughty things. But basically, everyone is starting fresh, and it's like, yeah, without the mutated good high level or gigas or something, which I don't think you can get on a Genesis, the gigas. Not really sure. There are Spinos there for the bosses, but no, I don't think Gigas or Karchas. Maybe there is a Reaper, because there were some Reaper, how we call them, the Reaper missions. But besides that, I do not think there are like really high damage dinos, DPS dinos. So yeah, during high level missions on an alpha, or probably even on a beta, it's gonna be a tricky one unless we get our hands on really good teams with really good saddles, or we end up thinking of some kind of strategy for it. There may be, what I am thinking, there may be some pyros now over there. Because there is a lava where the magmasaurs live, there's a lava cave, volcano or whatnot, so there might be some pyros in there. There probably gonna be some pyros in there, and if that's the case, having a good pyro, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be probably our best bet for the missions. So yeah, that's but do remember that the missions over there are like open missions, so anyone can just pull up and pick you with the Bloodstalker. Oh yeah, that's gonna be fun, boys. That's for sure. It's gonna be hectic, but it's gonna be fun. Yeah, we are gonna try that. We are gonna go for the pyro. We are gonna go for decent Bloodstalker. I do have in mind how I'm gonna go about things, how I'm gonna go about raiding things already. I am thinking about that. I am thinking about the no flyer thing, because I do believe all of the Genesis is without the flyers. I mean, there are flyers, but you cannot ride them. You cannot fly with the flyers. You cannot just fly on the RG with your fly in the box with your RG or nothing like that. There is the space as well. There is a meteor that is gonna be maybe available for me, maybe not available. There is quite a few of decent spots on a lunar bio that if we get our hands on, there might be a really good spot, because like I mentioned before, there is no OP dinos. So they won't be able to just bring the 200k stegos and carbos and throw at my base and just laugh. Because everything is gonna be a tamed one. Maybe breed, maybe couple of mutation, that's about it. At the start, of course. So we are gonna be, if we find a decent spot, even with the probably only heavies at the beginning, we still should be alright. We still should be alright. But that's another thing. How are we gonna go about the tech? Because the issue is, yes, you can farm shards like you would farm your strawberry in your garden just by picking it up and farming. But the issue with that is getting your hands on a replicator first. Pardon me. So, for the rep, you do need your regular element, not the shards. And changing the shards to your regular element does require a replicator. So you either get element from the boss or small bosses, because there were some small bosses, like each bio had a boss, I think. Or maybe you buy from the shop. Bada bing bada boom, we might do that. No spoilers intended. But yeah, we might do that if we reach enough, but the element, I do remember, was quite costly, so you do need to go for few of them missions to even think about anything. But if we could pull that, if we actually could get our hands on a rep fast, or decently fast, we're not gonna get it day one, don't even think about that, but if we can get it quite fast, and we can have a little bit of a station to farm the shards, oh god, yes, please, then we can just roll with it as long as we wanna. If we can do that, it's gonna be a good one, boys. It is gonna be a good one. If there's gonna be a possibility of building in those zones where you can farm, oh, I do believe that our enemies, the alphas and all the big tribes, are gonna fight over it, are gonna block all the entrances. So it may be quite difficult to obtain the element. I do believe that. I remember a couple of maps there were always issue either getting the artifacts for the boss because they were blocked off by the alphas, or there was a issue to farm even shards because all the spawns were blocked off by towers, blocked off by people, because the devs of course didn't think to like make it unbuildable zones. But yeah, that's the devs for you. So, and I am not even mentioning yet, because I do not know nothing about it, is all the water fights, all the ships. I seen a parrot, which is probably gonna be the shoulder pad that everyone's assuming that. They're gonna be like some more treasure chests, or maybe you're gonna end up just bumping into some treasure chests, or maybe there's gonna be a lot of loot from the dinos, which is gonna be treasure maps. Who knows? We are gonna see that. Then we got all the underwater and ocean biome. Building ownership, building inside the ocean, in the ocean, building in the underwater cave on the oceans biome, building in the lunar. Guys, there is so many stuff we can actually do. It's crazy. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Just one thing. What probably the only thing that can make that map, make that game, make that experience bad, it is gonna be the cheaters. I hate to admit that, but it is the people who actually freaking play the games. Because you can do everything. You can be the best, you can be the worst, you can be playing 24, you can play with all your boys, full 6 men. But if there's a guy running around just popping the heads and helmets and just having ESP or God mode or Ghost mode, or then yeah, it's gonna be like, what's the even point of that? But I am expecting that. I am keeping in mind that it is something that is probably gonna happen, not something that might happen, but it's probably gonna happen. So yeah, we are gonna take that into the consideration that it is something we need to put in our plan to go against. How are we gonna go about it? I guess we're gonna have to watch and see. And maybe we're gonna do good. Maybe we're gonna go on multiple servers. Maybe we're gonna get caged and just rage quit. Who knows? I don't know, but I am definitely excited about it. Hope you guys are excited about it. I do know a lot of people are. I do know a lot of content creators gonna be playing. I personally spoke with few of them and they are gonna be playing. I was also invited to some of the, let's say, good tribe, big tribes, well-known tribes with well-known creators. But guys, I am someone who mainly plays solo or duo. But even if it's a duo or a trio, or like I was playing or Ragnarok, it's basically I am just helping the other guys. I am playing it for fun. I am playing it just to help somebody. I'm playing it to keep the community great, make it fun for everyone else. But if I wanna actually start doing something, actually wanna hide, actually wanna play, it's either I do need someone who can actually know the game, who got the hours, who got the skills to back it up, and most of all, which I care even more than skills or anything, is the trust. The trust is number one in this game. You can have it all, you can have the best players, but if they don't trust you or you don't trust them, and you start getting fighting over things and you start getting inside one another, there is no point. So mainly that's And it did happen to me a couple of times, so I do know what I'm talking about. I do know it did happen to me. I was kicked out of the tribe I started and feel everything and brought everything, and then I was kicked out of it just because they were excited they got many things, or they just don't know, maybe they didn't like me playing with them, whatever, don't matter. But I also play with amazing people I still keep in touch with. I play with some great guys. Unfortunately, some of them have to move on. They did have to go with their real life stuff, and they don't play anymore, or they cannot afford to play that much anymore. So we are gonna see. I am very, very, very excited about it, and hope you guys also are. That's gonna be the end of my rant about everything what's happening, everything what is gonna happen. If we're gonna do the center boss, if we're gonna do something excited before the Genesis come out, I will be adding it to my YouTube channel. I'm gonna be streaming it. I am gonna be maybe adding some videos, but I do not have the time to really edit. I would love to edit whole Ragnarok series. I would love to edit from my last videos on small before the Ragnarok, but guys, I got loads of content, just I cannot edit it. There's so much editing, there's so much, it's just taking me personally too long to do any of that. I'm just slow with it. I am very beginner. I am just learning about everything, and for me, especially that I'm solo and I do need to farm and do need to breed and do need to do everything, I just do not have time to edit things. Simple as that. I just do not have the time to edit things. So for me, going live and showing you guys live what it is, how it is, putting some defenses, putting some base defenses, putting some boss runs, it's way easier, and I think it does look quite alright. It's not perfect, of course, it's not a movie, but it does look alright to watch, and it's quite, I would say it's acceptable. So if anything gonna happen that I think that may interest you, I am gonna add it. So that's it for me for now. Hope you guys enjoy my little bit of a rant. Hope you are in. Pardon me again. I ate too much yesterday. So yeah, I do hope you guys are excited about it. Comments me, put some comments under my video, what you guys wanna do, how am I supposed to go about it, what should I stream, what shouldn't I stream, what the strategy are you guys going about, how you guys gonna be playing, or if you are gonna be playing the Genesis, are you gonna be playing solo, are you gonna be playing in tribes, do you have a cheater in your tribe? Oh, that's the good one. Do you wanna have a cheater in your tribe, and why? Because a lot of people which I spoke with is like, oh, everyone's got a cheater, we do need to protect us, we do need to have someone who's spinning, and I'm like, come on, then you are the part of the problem. If you are, even if you're just using it to protect yourself, you are part of the problem. You cannot be both at the same time. So that's gonna be the end of it, and see you in the next